I have to give the first word to you, Julian. You and I, we've been warning about inflation. We said it would go into double digits. Now it has. It doesn't feel good to be right, does it?
No, it definitely doesn't. And as you said earlier, it's going to get worse before it gets better. It looks like headline inflation will be maybe at least 13% in October when energy bills rise again. I like your point, by the way, that this is partly a cost of lockdown crisis. So the lockdown may or may not have been necessary for public health reasons, but it certainly massively disrupted the economy, particularly the labour market, a lot of older people deciding to retire early because of fears about COVID. And also global supply chains. On top of that, the enormous amount of government spending was essentially financed by the Bank of England printing money and keeping interest rates very low. And at the end of the day, I'm one of those people that believes that inflation is always caused by what happens to monetary policy and the money supply. And so I think that's where the biggest blame lays.
James, let's go to you. You are here as a business leader. You run a very important Sheffield-based battery manufacturing company. Your company uses lots of energy. You employ people. You have, corporation tax bills. You have business rates bills. Tell us about the cost of living crisis for you as a company owner, the cost pressures that you are seeing. Is there any respite on the horizon?
I think that's exactly the right question, right? I mean, as a business owner, what you're really looking for is certainty. And I think as we move into the kind of inflation that we're moving into right now, that certainty tends to evaporate right now. We're in the process of looking to recruit around 200 plus people right now. So you see, real pay is actually decreasing for the first time, as you said, in 20 years. It's a very tight labor market right now. That's a really important aspect, especially highly skilled talent that we need with scientists and innovation engineers. And so that makes it quite challenging. We see the UK as an opportunity to really become an innovation hub. I think companies that develop new technology are going to be some of the winners that help pull us out of these kinds of challenging economic times as you build new products and technologies that people really want to have.
You put your finger on it there, James, if I may say so. When inflation gets high, business leaders like you think hard about employing more people. You don't know what price you're going to get for your goods. You don't know what price you're going to have to pay for the inputs that you need. And that, of course, has knock-on effects for the broader economy, for jobs and incomes, as you say. And so, Neil Charlick, what's the reality that you are seeing on the ground? You're not at the business front line. You're at the front line of coping with this cost of living crisis. Gillingham Street Angels doing absolutely fabulous work down there in Kent. Are you seeing the use of food banks go up? Are you seeing different kinds of people using food banks these days?
The numbers so last month we fed 13,064 people. Our numbers are going up horrendously. And it's not just for food. People are asking for school uniform. I think it's just going to get out of hand. The problems get out of hand. You say about business, we still have to operate as a business ourselves. So we've got premises, we've still got to pay the gas, the electric bill, car insurances. We've got our own, and that's rising. Just the cost of us going to get the food from people that are kindly donating the food, that's rising. So we're finding it's a struggle ourselves to actually keep going, to be able to help the people who need the help. I mean, there's a lot of good businesses, a lot of good local people from churches, organisations that have been helping us and making it possible. But it's worrying times. And I think you said about technology there. One of the big things for us is people seem to be going backwards, where we could give someone a chicken and say, there you go, there's a whole chicken, you go and feed your family. Now they don't want to go and put it in the air fryer because that's just too much money to run. So people are going to start going backwards a bit, and they want to take ready meals. They want to take quick, easy things to cook. I think we'll end up getting in a dangerous situation if the energy prices do get higher. People start doing silly things in my mind, candles, fires in the garden. I think we'll go backwards. I think some people just can't afford the new technology. I think we're going to go backwards, and that's just sadly a reality of the cost. People just can't afford it.